I stumbled upon a new telemetry application for iRacing that completely reimagines how telemetry should work in-game. It was developed by a fellow sim racer, Duncan, and there is a link to his Reddit post in the video description. Go check out all the information that he provides and show him some love because he really deserves some recognition. Let's jump into it and see what actually does. So this is Bloops. It's your traditional telemetry with a lot of nice features. Let's take a look. So when you download and install Bloops, you have to have also a Garage61 account. Garage61 is free and is a very popular telemetry analyzer for iRacing. It uses the data from Garage61 and all the telemetry that's available there. So the first thing that you need to do is once you open the application, you have to actually authorize access to your Garage61 account by clicking the login button here. There is another button down here, which is to join the Garage61 team that Duncan put together for Bloops, because currently this version of the application only works with the telemetries that are part of a team that you belong to. So if you are in a team with other people, you will have immediately access to the telemetry that's available there. But if you want to open up the spectrum and have access to a lot more telemetries, if you join Duncan's Bloops team on Garage61, you will have access to thousands more. Eventually, I think, according to the Reddit post, Duncan and the Garage61 team, they will work together to allow us to actually select any telemetry information we want available on Garage61. I hope this comes very soon because it will make things a lot easier for everyone. Now, what do you see here? Once you load the game, it will automatically detect the car and the truck that you're about to have a session with. It works on all sessions, practice, races, so on and so forth. It will select a lap for you based on what is available using the auto lap selection features. So for example, you can say, I want only laps where it matches the car and weather conditions. If it's a fixed lap, pick one for fixed series, so on and so forth. But however, you can go and choose a different lap if you so wish, especially if you don't want to go for the fastest lap available, but for a lap that is only a couple of tenths or a couple of seconds faster than you, so you can make incremental improvements. By clicking this button over here, you will see the remaining laps, as you see here, and you get all the nice information, the times, the rating of the driver, the track temp, if it's wet or not, and the fuel that they had in the car when they did this lap. I will stick with the one that has already been selected. Now, what happens now is the audio cues that it provides you during the performance, during when you actually do the session. And this is where actually the uniqueness and the magic of this app comes to life. So you can select Bloops for brake, throttle lifts, or actually throttle. I will only stick with the brake now just to make the example a bit simpler. And what this will do is when a braking point is coming and where the telemetry of the driver that you have inserted is about to brake, you will get a couple of notification bloops and one louder one, which is actually when the brake application was applied. You can do some other stuff over here. So for example, you can adjust your overlay. You can select what kind of pixels you want to display, the usual stuff. Let's take a look a bit on the actual telemetry so we understand what we see. The first thing is that you have the deltas up here. So this is the time difference between you and the driver. This is the speed difference between you and the driver and that particular point where your car is located. So currently I'm stationary, so my speed is 0. And as the driver was passing through that particular point, there were 212 kilometers faster than I am. So you can see the time difference at any given point. This is, of course, real time. So you get your normal, your throttle inputs, and your brake inputs. This is the telemetry provided by Garage61. And if I apply throttle, you will see mine. And if I brake my brake, you will see mine, right? Now, you will see the brake and the throttle application here percentages. You will see the steering. So when you steer the car, you will see exactly what you see with other telemetries. But the additional feature here is that if you steer more than the other driver, you will see this gray bar. This gray bar indicates that you have steered the wheel more than the other driver did. So you can make steer adjustments as well. When it comes to gears, if you are a gear or multiple gears below what the other driver was at that particular point on the track, it will be green. If it's exactly the same gear, it will be white. And if you're a gear above, it will be red. So it indicates that you should be in a lower gear on that particular point of the track. And also down here, you get a lot of deltas for each sector. And this is all you get. But let's now dive into the game and see how actually this works in practice. All right, now we're in the car. You can see all the information here, the different sector times, I'm 25 seconds currently slower than the other driver. They were going with 202 kilometers through this particular point. So let's take a look at how actually this works. I'm going first. It's green because I'm in a much lower gear. Of course, I was stationary. So I can try catch up. And now what happens is as I'm approaching the corner, I will get 3 bloops as a notification that the braking point is approaching and a much louder one where actually the brake is applied. And you can see it also on the telemetry if you were able to match the braking points or not. Let's see another one. There you go. I was a lot closer this time, which is great. And with a lot of practice, I will be able to nail this. And this is actually what it is, guys. And this is the beauty when 2 people... Yeah, it's so nice. That sound is a perfect sound. So this is the beauty when 2 people, like the people who build the Garage 61 and Duncan, come together, they join powers and they build something truly unique for us. Because it's really amazing that now we have real-time telemetry from Garage 61 within game and this beautiful telemetry with the audio cues to be able to maximize on all this data and information we get from Garage 61. Duncan, amazing work, buddy. Thank you so much for taking the time to build this for us. This will change completely the way I will do practice from now on. And remember, guys, this is for practice. Don't just install this and jump into a race with the hope that you will be faster. This still requires practice, as always does with telemetry. But it will make it so much more enjoyable and much more actually meaningful because we now have it within the game straight away. So thank you so much for staying with me. Please go show Duncan some love because this is truly amazing. And I hope I see you in the next one. Take care.